Welcome to ACS Composite. My name is Joseph, and today we're showcasing the ACS Composite Tesla Model 3 product lineup. Behind us is our 2018 Model 3. We've been driving this car around since inception, and basically I've been testing different parts, developing different parts, and today we've completed our lineup. The first product release is our new splitter, side rockers, mud flaps, and the rear spoiler, which we've already introduced. There's plenty more to come from, so be sure to follow us as we go through this journey. ACS Composite's been around for about 20 years. Originally, the company started being an exclusive OEM manufacturer, meaning they built parts directly for different facilities. Over the years, they worked extensively with the Ford GT and various different GM programs. Today, ACS specializes in the aftermarket. So we offer over 300 to 400 different components for various cars. And today we're excited to show you the Tesla lineup. What we've done is we've taken all those OEM quality standards, whether it comes from manufacturing to durability, to aero, to efficiency, and applied them to everything we do. We're going to start with the front splitter, which is an add-on piece with a full under tray, manufacturing following all those specs. Obviously, we know this is a Tesla, it's electric, and efficiency is key. But not only is efficiency key, we wanted to get the right styling cue to give the Model 3 a little bit more of an aggressive look. So that's what we've accomplished, and we're very proud of that. So we considered the durability of these cars, since they do a lot of high mileage, they do a lot of highway driving, city driving, and so extra protection was key, and most importantly, styling. So I'll jump right in and break it apart. We're likely going to split this video in two, the front splitter and the side, so you'll be able to just jump to the part you want to see, or watch them all and follow us for the journey. So here is our front splitter for the Tesla Model 3. What we noticed firsthand that it's a very large panel. So what was important is to get the strength and the protection of the undercarriage. So we'll notice this portion here covers the car's belly. This one here is manufactured in a PC composite, which is polycarbonate based. The great things about this material is that it's got a very high scrapability factor. So the edges of the part, even if you scrape the driveway or hit a small curb, it won't break. Secondly, it's very rigid. So aerodynamically speaking, at any highway speed and more, it won't bend. The whole distance here is basically done to give us leverage. As we pick up the part, we can tell the strength of the part is very rigid. We have these ribs here that were done as skid plates for the car. This one is a brand new piece. This car has had a splitter through 2 winters and about 30,000 miles, and intentionally went through a scrape test. So we know the durability of these and the protection it offers the car by spreading the load of the belly pad, protecting your front bumper. So the whole undercarriage of the car is now fully protected by it. And obviously the front portion, which we've painted gloss black, is the visible portion on the car. Now when it comes to installation, the part comes with all the hardware included. And what we've done is we're using the OEM mounting points. So the car itself has a series of Scrivets. So I'll show you how these work, since we do get a lot of calls on how to dismantle these. And these Scrivets are located at the transition point of the body colored bumper and the OEM skid plate. And most of the time, I always see cars missing some of these. And what they are is a nail into a rivet, hence a Scrivet. And it's a nail. And usually you use a trim tool like this or a fork. It goes underneath and you pry it open to release the back portion. And to reinstall it, it creates a mushroom. Now we're removing these off the car. We're going to be replacing it with a series of U-nuts. A U-nut is a mechanical threaded fastener that we're going to slide into the base of the bumper. The original skid plate goes back on, and then we supply you bolts, M6 bolts, that will bolt up this complete assembly to the car. That's taking care of the front leading edge. In the back, we're using the 4 M6 bolts that hold the felt liner and the car's under tray. So all these are under tray fastening points that are already there on the car. And finally, on the front leading edge, we're using an aluminum split rivet, which is basically a black anodized aluminum rivet to give you that extra reinforcement on the front leading edge for all those high speed runs if they do happen. We recommend to get the car off the ground when installing any aero components, simply because the accessibility is a lot easier. You get to see how you're working on the car, and I think it's also safer. So this car's been set on 4 jack stands. You could put on race ramps too, or the triangular ramps, just to give you access. It is a very large splitter, so this one does go all the way back to the first felt liner of the car, and it's sharing the same mounting point, so we do have to go get those. Those are 10 millimeter, and it's an M6 nut, and we're going to be removing all the scrivets located in the front. So I'll remove all the fasteners, we'll clean the surface, and complete the installation. So right at the intersection of the bumper to the car's undertray, we have scrivets, and the way you do is you put the trim tool in, pry out the nail, and then go in and just take it out. Obviously this car has had several splitters over the years, so we've already removed these, but I still wanted to show you where these are located, how they work. Very easy to remove. Luckily for the splitter install, you won't be needing them. So I've noticed that whenever I take these out, they never really hold as well. So on the different cars I've worked on, many of them, I've always lost a few of these over the winter. Once all the front ones are gone, I'm gonna go in the rear and take out these 10 millimeter bolts. The 4 bolts connecting the plastic tray to the felt have been removed. We've cleaned the surface prior to the installation, but this would be a good time for you to clean this whole surface and try to get as much debris out of it. I've always noticed the car retains a lot of dirt. I'm going to be using a plastic trim tool to remove the under tray panel to the painted bumper portion. Find the sides always a little looser, apply pressure, and basically open up the front portion of it. And as I was saying, the splitter is mounted via the same mounting points, and we'll be installing our units. And what these do is they basically slide over the bumper portion, and a threaded fastener gets to go through it, sandwiching it all, creating that strength that we want to get to hold up the splitter. So unfortunately, as I was saying, this car already had a splitter and it's gone through various tests. And the first modification you have to do is just shorten up the tab. So if we look at the car here, and my U-nut, you basically get your answer. And what you have to do is use our U-nut as a guide. So if you guys could picture it, this would have actually extended an extra ½ inch. And what I do is I take my U-nut, set in the center, take a marker, and basically go mark it right here. You can either use a knife to cut it, a snip, or a scissor. I had used a knife, and basically this is permitting me to install this U-nut. And once it's trimmed, I take my U-nut and slide it. That's what's giving me the strength to do that. Now obviously these have been trimmed. We'll notice the same thing here. You can find details on each one of these on our instructions. And it slides right on. So we're going to do this for all the other mounting points. There's a total of 10 of these, and they're M6 U-nuts, so we'll just go through them all. The most difficult one is the one at the far end of both sides. We're mounting the U-nut to the inner bracket in the bumper, which is right here. So we went with a set of snips and basically cut it so that we would get that 10 millimeter. Now it's not visible and it's not structural, that extremity anyway. So getting a clean cut, it's not critical, but completely doable with a set of snips. This one's already pre-installed. As we see it, I just slid it on this area here. Now that the 10 units are installed, I could reinsert the belly pan. Oh. Got it. So installing the splitter should be a two-person job. I'm going to tackle it on my own. But the positioning is very simple since it's using all those geometric features and the wraparound and the common points of the under tray. We are using our longer provided screws to ease the install. And these are installed with a T27 bit. I'm not fully tightening it. I'm just using it to lock it in and take the weight off as I continue the install. And I'm not tightening it because I want to get that little movement that's available to me. And I'm using this one so that I can now go locate our U-nuts. Now our U-nuts are actually floating U-nuts that we installed in the bumper. And we're using a pointy M6, so it actually helps me to center it and hand start it. I'm using my hand to sandwich the bumper and the bumper and the splitter itself, just to make sure I'm able to grab the unit. And I'm not tightening any of them because, like I said, there's a small play that's available to us and we want to retain that. All right, so I've now hand tightened all 10. I have 2 in the rear, so I could put the 2 middle ones, and then we're going to final set our splitter. You notice in the back we made small slots, and that was just done again to increase the adjustability of the splitter. Always a good idea to hand start your fastener so you don't cross thread, especially the OEM threaded inserts, a lot harder to service, whereas these, if you did, all you would do is replace the U-nut, so that'd be really great. And if ever you had to remove this because you're selling the car, all you would do is reverse the whole process. Instead of using the Scrivets, which I'm not a big fan of, you would reinstall the same U-nuts and you'd be back to stock at that point. So now I'm going to go up, and from the outside, I'm going to take a look, make sure I'm happy with the fit. And what we're looking at is this seam here is the one that interacts right here near the wheel. And let's go to the other side. So this seam here is what really gives you that left to right centering. And we want to be tangent with the back of it. So once this is set, I could begin tightening my screws. I've set my T27 on my small screwdriver, and I'm happy with this end. And I'll begin tightening it. I'll do the same on the other side and then alternate all the way through. I kept my battery screwdriver to a low torque setting. I always like to go back with a manual wrench. Don't have a torque wrench with me, but it's an M6 bolt, so I hand tighten it when I feel full compression of the splitter, the bumper, and the car's under tray. My M6 fasteners have been completely installed. Next is going to be the front leading rivets. What I've left now is the front edge holes, and I'm using a 3/16 drill bit. I'm only drilling the painted surface, meaning the bumper. I'm not venturing off inside. I'm just going in 3 millimeters. Then I'm using my 3/16 rivet with my battery powered rivet gun, but you could easily use a hand powered one to complete the installation. And these are bottom holes. And the way these work is they go on the back side and create a mushroom effect. And these are really great for high-speed runs and track events. So obviously these are recommended to be installed on the front edge. And let's say you had to service the car or you sold the car and you want to remove the splitter. The way to remove these magical rivets is with the same 316 drill bit. Center it, apply pressure, and disintegrate it. And it's off. Once the splitter's off, you can remove the shavings on the back side and complete the work involved. Well, thank you for sticking around and watching the whole video. We're now going to do our final walk around of our new ACS Composite Tesla Model 3 Aero package. And what we installed was our front splitter. And once installed in the car, we could appreciate the aggressiveness it brings to the car. We can notice how we used these lines followed right into the splitter. We've raised the center portion. We did that really to reduce drag and try to retain the aero efficiency of the car. You probably know the Model 3 has one of the lowest drag coefficients in the industry. So we really didn't want to tamper with that perfect number. So we really tried to control ourselves in trying to enhance downforce and just get a little bit more, not alter the ground clearance, do not alter too much the drag coefficients, which obviously if you're playing with aero, you will, but it's always about keeping it mild and subtle and using the color and the body lines to enhance it. So I think we accomplished that. And as we walk around, we get to see our rock guards. Again, we went with a much more conservative approach and a combined approach, meaning using a side rocker panel and a rock guard to get the whole side rocker protection. So we've seen the flaps, we've seen the truck flaps, which I guess are very efficient, very unfriendly when it comes to aero, which probably counters everything else Tesla tried to do. But paint protection is important. It is to me. I mean, we've put around 100,000 miles on this car and we've seen the abuse it could go through and we know the work it's going to take to restore it. But if these parts are put on when the car is relatively new, I think you'll be very impressed with what they could offer, in addition to its styling appearance. So as we step back and look at the combination of the splitter following into the side rocker, we notice how the side rocker gets wider as it goes into the back. That's really to keep the side splitter effect, also the protection of the rear quarter panel, and make the car look like a lower stance without really altering that ride height. As we move towards the rear of the car, we have our spoiler. And again, the car did not need extra downforce, so we didn't go super aggressive with the wicker system of the spoiler. So we didn't really kick it up. We didn't want to take up too much vertical surface, which is how we could pick up downforce. We wanted to really enhance the rear deck lid and get the aero effect. So similar to how the performance spoiler has a very flat ducktail spoiler which enhances the aero, it does not do any downforce. This one does have a little bit of a downforce property design without being over aggressive. So that explains a notch in the middle and the subtleness, but most importantly, it's the integration with everything else we've done on the car. So whether you're buying bits and pieces from us or the whole package, I really think there's a lot to appreciate and love about what ACS has done on this. Well, there we have it. I hope you enjoyed our first Tesla launch. There's a lot more coming. We still have parts in development for these cars. We're looking forward to hearing comments from you guys. Let us know what we think. We know that this is a love or hate styling cue. Some of us like to keep it stock. Some of us like to upfit it and make it special. We're one of those guys. We like to tinker and try to perfect everything that comes through our shop. We would love to hear what you think of what we've done with the Model 3, what we should do, what we should consider. And feel free to subscribe. It's the best way to know what we're up to and what we're working on. And never be shy to put comments and ask us on things we should consider on developing.